Well, we want to take a few minutes right now to find out about what is new at the CMSC this year. There is at least one exciting thing going on, and here to tell us about it is our guest Ron Hicks, CMSC Chairperson for 2013 and 2014. Ron, why don't you go ahead and have a seat, man?
Ron, thanks for joining us.
Hey.
Thank you for having me.
No sweat. So let's get right into it. This is the first year for the Level 1 certification.
Absolutely, very exciting.
So tell us about what it is. This is for portable. This is for portable 3D measurement, right?
For portable 3D measurement. Going back several years, 5 to 6 years, some of the industry basically wanted to know where can I get certified operators of this type of technology, and there was a need. So CMSC stepped up rather, and said that we're going to start a program and work with the industry leaders to develop a certification program that users of the technology, whoever they work for, can become certified. And it's a very, very certified by an institution, if you will, so they can do their work and basically work for their companies or other providers to make sure that they're good level grade operators. Yeah.
Okay.
And before, I mean, how was this done before? I mean, I guess it'd be tribal knowledge, it would be passed down within the organization, not really well organized.
Tribal knowledge, or you're basically doing it on faith.
Yeah.
I mean, you could send somebody to do a job, a measurement job, if you will, and somebody's paying a lot of money and you may not get the quality that you paid for. So that's a problem.
Yeah. Now the Level 1 certification is basically knowledge, right?
Right.
What do you know, or about what techniques and setup and all that sort of stuff? Or?
CMSC assembled 20 of the industry top minds, if you will, and basically said we want to put together a test criteria, and they came up with I don't know, a 200 line test that basically goes through all the attributes required for somebody to go off and do this work. And we're actually deploying that test today, this week.
That's right. You got your first people. So you've got some people who've already completed it?
We've already completed, I would think, 4 to 6 tests. We've already gotten the results back, and everything looks promising. We've gotten some very good feedback. So we're very happy about that.
Now the next step is actually a practical test, right?
Yes. Plans are for hopefully next year that we can roll out tests that include the actual equipment. So we're starting with the portable CMMs, or the arms, if you will, and we're actually going to develop a test where operators can come in, measure an artifact that we know exactly what the measurements or the design should be, and we'll test them on their abilities to measure that.
And that was what I was alluding to earlier. That was part of the meeting in St. Louis, was to work on the level 2 certification.
The level 2 certification. Yes, we had probably 20 people, experts in the field, who basically traveled to St. Louis on their company's nickel and participated in a 3-day skull session on how should we do this. And it was very, very productive, and we're seeing the first result of that meeting this week.
Okay. So let's put this in context with industry. So now what's going to be is you're going to have a 2-level certification. So you're going to have somebody certified with their knowledge, and then you're going to have a practical certification with their hands-on skill using an arm. So for industry now, somebody who's certified to that, somebody who wants to hire somebody, an operator, is going to know really well that that person coming in is going to be able to step on the floor first day and be able to measure accurately.
And that's the hope. There's also one other component. We're actually checking people's references. In order to do this, you actually have to fill out an application, have people vouch for your skills and abilities, and these people actually basically write up a expose of what this person can do, if you will, and they send it in, and it's reviewed along with the test.
So for you run a metrology services company.
I do.
Right? Okay. So what does this mean for you, kind of personally, or at a business level, having this kind of certification out there?
Well, as a service provider, we send people all over the world to do contract measurement work, and my customer wants to know that I am sending qualified personnel that he knows that they're going to get what they're paying for, and obviously we want to do that. So in terms of being able to have a certified operator, to me it's very, very comforting to know that if I have operators that are certified, I know and my customer knows that they're getting a person that can go in and do the work as needed. So it's very huge for me in the service industry to have certified operators. I think all service providers will do this and take advantage. So it's going to be big.
Yeah, that's great.
Just one last question. I mean, obviously we're at the CMSC show, a lot of 3D, portable 3D equipment here. You've been working with portable 3D equipment for how long?
30 years.
30 years. So what changes have you seen from 30 years ago to now? What's kind of the biggest change that you've seen in those 30 years?
As computers have gotten better, powerful, faster, it's enabled this technology to grow. Plus, as we've grown, we've brought in some tremendous minds into this industry. The people here are so smart and so willing to give upon themselves. So just the technology has allowed us to bring in, this unbelievable technology.
Yeah. Great stuff. And we've been here ourselves now for, I think, 8 years, Dirk.
And we've seen
a lot of development ourselves in accuracy and development in the industry itself.
Right, and I think one thing that's interesting, you mentioned computers, and I think that was one of the biggest things, is what I've heard a lot of people say is just, sometimes you just need, for a lot of this 3D computational stuff, you just need brute force. I mean, it's very iterative, and the software is going through millions of cycles of one particular type of calculation.
Right.
But when you got computers running at 3 gigahertz, what used to be impossible, or would have taken days for calculations, take just seconds.
Exactly.
It really opens up the field. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You couldn't have done the kind of stuff we're doing with point clouds.
No way.
10 years ago, even, or 15 years ago.
Well, not even that long ago. We're doing things today that we couldn't do 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just progressing exponentially.
All right.
Think about the next 5 years. I mean, you can't even imagine where we're going to be in terms of the accuracies and the type of measures we're going to be able to do.
I'm excited to find out how that's going to work out. I think it's going to be a tremendous next few years.
Yep.
Well, Ron, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for joining us.
Ron Hicks, Chairperson 2013-2014 CMSC.
CMSC,
right.
thank you very much.
We look forward to working with you closely in the next year.
All right.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
All right.